What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching. And I'm excited because every time I talk about cold showers, I get all excited and shit. So, we're gonna talk about cold showers and their potential to treat people who have depression. Right now, I'm gonna read from the abstract from like a 2007 scientific study. I'm just gonna read the abstract. The study basically shows the potential the cold showers have on depression. I don't really need to read the study or science to tell me why. I kind of have an understanding of how cold showers can really help treat depression and anxiety in someone. But I'm gonna read this and then we'll have a talk about it, a discussion, right? So I'll post a link to this. It's from NCBI, which is basically like a place you can find peer-studied articles and experiments and studies and whatnot, right? So the title for it is Adapted Cold Shower as a Potential Treatment for Depression. So I'll just read you the abstract. Depression, and I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of words because I'm an idiot. Depression is a debilitating mood disorder that is among the top causes of disability worldwide. It can be characterized, there we go, first word, by a set of somatic, emotional, and behavioral symptoms, one of which is a high risk of suicide. This work represents a hypothesis that depression may be caused by the convergence of two factors. A lifestyle that lacks certain physiological stressors that have been experienced by primates through millions of years of evolution, such as brief changes in body temperature, example, cold swim. And this lack of thermal exercises may cause inadequate functioning of the brain. B, genetic makeup that predisposes an individual to be affected by the above condition more seriously than other people. To test the hypothesis, an approach to treating depression is proposed that consists of adapted cold showers, 20 degrees for 2 to 3 minutes, preceded by a 5-minute gradual adaptation to make the procedure less shocking. Where are we at? Performed once or twice daily. The proposed duration of treatment is several weeks to several months. The following evidence appears to support the hypothesis. Exposure to cold is known to activate sympathetic nervous system and increase the blood level of beta endorphin and noradrenaline, and to increase synaptic release of noradrenaline in the brain as well. Additionally, due to the high density of cold receptors in the skin, a cold shower is expected to send an overwhelming amount of electrical impulses from peripheral nerve endings to the brain, which could result in an antidepressive effect. Practical testing by a statistically insignificant number of people who did not have sufficient symptoms to be diagnosed with depression showed that cold hydrotherapy can relieve depressive symptoms rather effectively. The therapy was also found to have a significant analgesic effect, and it does not appear to have noticeable side effects or cause dependence. Well, I disagree. But I am addicted to cold showers. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's just me trying to make a stupid joke. In conclusion, wider and more rigorous studies would be needed to test the validity of the hypothesis. So, they've done this study for several weeks up to several months on people that maybe don't exactly fit the profile of totally depressed, but are relatively depressed, and they're seeing that over several weeks, several months of exposure to the cold showers every day, once or twice daily, seeing improvements in their condition. And scientifically they described it because of the release of endorphins and adrenaline in the body, right? Which, that's what happens when you take a cold shower. The breathing forces you to, activates your sympathetic nervous system, right? So like if you do this breathing just without even taking a cold shower, you feel energetic, right? You feel pumped up. Your sympathetic nervous system is activated. Adrenaline and endorphins are therefore released, which are lacking in people who are depressed, because these molecules make you feel good, right? They make you feel sharp, focus. Endorphins make you feel good, make you feel laugh, pleasure, endorphins, right? People who are depressed because they're not experiencing good emotions. They're experiencing negative emotions. But when you take cold shower, and it's really amazing, because it takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes out of your day. And they said here that it could be even more effective than antidepressants, and it's for free. Jesus Christ, it's for free. That's from a scientific perspective, right? Just purely scientific perspective. And they mentioned here that depression is caused by two things. Usually one of them is a lifestyle that lacks certain physiological stressors. See, and they said, we evolved out of primates, which is true. For millions of years, we've been living out in the wilderness. Our bodies have evolved and adapted to live within the natural element of wherever we happen to be in. And wherever we happen to be in, even if you live in a warm climate, your body has adapted mechanisms to change temperature, right? And so if you take a cold swim in a lake, you expose your body to the sudden change in temperature, and then back out of the lake, you put your body under certain stressors while taking cold shower or cold swim in the lake, and that releases endorphins, adrenaline, feel-good hormones that make you feel good, are basically antidepressants. Really, if I want to conclude this video, I can say that a cold shower every day is the best antidepressant you can take, right? You can also go for a run. You can do a bunch of other things, right? A run is another thing. But I mean, like right there, cold showers, right? 5 minutes is for free. It saves you money from the third, heater, right? If the place you live in is really expensive. But forget that shit, who cares about that? It makes you feel good. It enhances your emotions, deepens your breathing, because people who are depressed, they're shallow breathers. They breathe shallow from their chest. They don't breathe deeply, and they're not getting enough oxygen in their cells. There's not enough oxygen going to the cells of a person who's depressed. They need a stressor. They need something right now if you're depressed. And that something is a cold shower, because that'll just shake you apart, wake you up, will release so many endorphins and adrenaline into your blood, but also will increase your blood flow, will increase the oxygen, and establish better connections in your brain, right? People who are depressed, they have certain parts of the brain are overactive. Usually those parts that are overactive are parts that are in the future or in the past. But the cold shower brings you in the present, in right here, right now. I gotta deal with this right now, right here. I don't have time to be depressed about something that happened in the past. I don't have time to be depressed about my gloomy future. I am here right now, and I have to deal with this stressor. Your body becomes electrified. Your nervous system gets stronger. Light bulbs. It's like turning all the light bulbs, because you're an electrical thing, right? You're an electrical machine. Your nervous system is electricity. And taking a cold shower turns on all the light bulbs in your nervous system. So that establishes better connections in your mind, better emotional well-being. You feel better. Your mood is uplifted. And in other words, a cold shower increases or puts you in a higher state of consciousness. Really, because all this fucking thing, who Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of frequency, think in terms of vibration. Really, this whole fucking thing is frequencies and vibration, right? And taking a cold shower increases your state of consciousness, puts you in a higher vibe, which is a happier vibe, a more peaceful vibe. So if you're someone who experiences anxiety, experiences depression, and you happen to stumble upon this video, try taking a cold shower. And if you're someone who just wants to prevent bad vibes and negative vibes from taking place in your state of being, in your existence, then I recommend that you make cold showers a daily part of your life. And you don't have to take strictly cold showers. You can do like warm, wash yourself, do whatever you need to do, and then expose yourself to 5 minutes of cold shower, cold water. And I promise you, good things will happen. I just gotta decline this call here. I promise you, good things will happen. Depression, I made a previous video about depression. Really, we labeled it as a mental illness. We thought of it as just happens. Yes, certain individuals are more prone to depression, but if we do the right things, we play life the way we're designed to play it. It's like taking a fish out of the ocean, right? Out of the water. It's gonna die. When you take the human being out of its natural habitat and out of its natural way of experiencing itself, it's gonna die. But the way we die slowly. We die in our minds, we die in our heads, we get things like depression and anxiety. So it's a slow kind of death. But once we start to stimulate ourselves again, put ourselves under the natural stressors that we're designed to be put under, then depression simply has no place to exist, right? It just and if it starts to bubble up, you take a cold shower, you do things the right way, and you expose yourself to certain stressors that your body is designed to be exposed to, and then you feel better. And then whatever thing that is causing you depression, you can now deal with it from a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of awareness. So that is it. I will continue forever to preach cold showers because I know how powerful they are. They've helped me tremendously. And I know so many people out there that can use help, free, natural help. And I will keep preaching them because they've helped me tremendously. I know a lot of you guys said since I've taken cold showers, I've been feeling like an animal, like a beast. Things have just been better, more alert, more alive. And I would like to hear your testimonials in the comments so that anyone who is interested about cold showers, right, and hasn't been taking cold showers or hasn't taken cold showers, or maybe they're stumbling upon this video for the first time, let's try to I'm trying to be a better salesman here for the cold, right? I mean, I don't know. I think the cold water has, sent me as a prophet of some sort, right? And I'm trying to be a better salesman. I'm trying to sell this cold exposure thing because it's helpful, man. It can help. A cold 5 minutes of daily cold exposure can really help. And if we can all be happier and in a better state of consciousness, we're all one. We're all the same. We all become happier, right? One family, one love, one heart, right? So we're all the same. So that's it. Enough rambling, enough ranting. God bless you all. If you haven't taken your cold shower yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Huh? Go take your cold shower right now, okay? And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.